Howdy. This is Deaf to False Music, bringing you honest music reviews from the hills of eastern Kentucky. You have to bear with me if this review seems kind of quick. This is like the fourth or fifth time I'm trying to do this review, and the webcam keeps messing up. So, we're going to talk about the Black Keys' second release, Thickfreakness. This is a really cool album. This is actually the first album I picked up from these guys back in '03. It came out 2003. I think I picked it up around late 2003, mid 2003. I watched Subterranean on MTV2 one night, some Sunday night, and the video for Set You Free came on. I really liked it. And I told my dad about it. He seemed kind of intrigued, so he was up in Lexington, Kentucky, and he bought the Thickfreakness album, and he brought it home, and I fell in love with it. This is just a really kickin' record. There's really there's no real fancy stuff that they would do on like later releases such as Attack and Release and the new one, Brothers. This is really just straight up blues rock kind of stuff. Really strong kind of Zeppelin-esque riffs and a lot of soul in the voice and just straight up production. This is all recorded in one session from what I hear. Just straight through, pre-production probably took a few hours and then just ran straight through. And I've done that kind of thing before, so I understand what it's like to make a whole album in one day. Yeah, just a really rockin', kick-ass record. The title track is a classic Black Keys song. My favorites would have to be Midnight in Her Eyes. That's a really cool kind of driving song. And some of the covers are fantastic. There's Have Love Will Travel, which is an old Richard Berry song the Sonics used to do back in like the mid-'60s. And then there's Everywhere I Go, which kind of introduced me to the world of Junior Kimbrough and the kind of hill country sound. I eventually looked Junior Kimbrough up, listened to the music, joined a blues band, and went down to Clarksdale, Mississippi, pretty much all in the same time frame. I can further explored that kind of style of hill country with the Chulahoma release that I'll be reviewing later, which I think is my all-time favorite Black Keys release. So, Rubber Factory is pretty high up there. So yeah, fantastic record. The only song I really don't like is not Hurt Like Mine. I Cry Alone. It's kind of a low-key closer. It's okay, but it's just I'd rather they close with something powerful. I'm gonna have to give this one a 9 out of 10. Originality is it's not the most original album in the world, but the fact that they were doing this kind of music, reviving hill country style, nobody else was really doing that. Maybe North Mississippi All-Stars were doing that, and a few other bands from Seattle like Hillstomp. I don't think Hillstomp came around until a few years ago though. But yeah, the whole revival of hill country hadn't really started yet. Although there were some bands on Fat Possum that were really starting to do it. And it's just a really good album. Flow is fantastic, except for the last track. But other than that, it's really good. So, giving this a 9 out of 10. This has been Deaf to False Music. I hope you enjoy this review. I'm sorry it seems kind of short. It's because I've done this review like 9 or 10 times. And I'm getting really tired of reviewing this thing. So anyway, Deaf to False Music, Black Keys, Thickfreakness. Hopefully this works. Catch you around.